Brittany, and today's video is all about Suzy Doll, the doll that has been banned, completely banned from the internet. This is a terrifying, possessed, haunted doll that you do not want to mess with. This is even scarier than Annabelle. Take it from me, I live for Annabelle. And if I'm saying something scarier than Annabelle, woo, girl, what the heck is going on? Now, before we get into this video, make sure you guys subscribe because I have a very exciting announcement that is going to be in another video, but I can tell you what it is here, but I will get into more details once the CW drops the trailer and the promo. Yes, the CW network. What the heck? I am in the upcoming CW Halloween special presentation that is called Mysteries Decoded presents Spirit Squad. Not only am I in this special, I'm starring in this special. It's absolutely insane. It's a dream come true. I'm dying. I've been waiting for over a year to share this with you guys. I can't believe it's out. Make sure you follow me on my Instagram as well to see all my behind the scenes photos and videos. I've been posting a lot there, but once the CW actually drops the promo, I will make a whole video dedicated to Spirit Squad and this upcoming Halloween special, and we're gonna get into it. Like, it's insane. I'm speechless. I can't wait. So, oh my god. Make sure you're subscribed because that video is coming very, very soon, and also, you know, follow me on Instagram and stuff because I'll be posting a lot there as well. Thank you so much for voting for me every single day for the Face of Horror. I am now in the next round, so I made the top 20. I'm now in the top 15 in my group. It's absolutely amazing. Please keep on voting. You guys are absolutely amazing. You've been keeping me in first place this whole time. Like, what? So thank you. It means the absolute world to me, and I'm so excited to be on TV this October. Oh yeah, I meant to say, the CW special presentation, special Halloween presentation, Mysteries Decoded presents Spirit Squad, airs on the CW October 3rd at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. But like I said, subscribe because we're gonna get into way more details with promos, pictures, and everything coming right up. So, can't wait. Suzy Doll, what the heck, you guys? What the heck? This doll is completely banned from the internet. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit. It's not completely banned, but you can't find anything about this doll, about this family. The only thing you can find, the only source, is the TV show Paranormal Witness, where the family went on that show and they were describing their experience with this doll, and it's absolutely terrifying. But you can't find anything else on the internet, which I find is very odd. It's almost as if the family just spoke to Paranormal Witness. They haven't done any other interviews, nothing. And if you go on Google and look it up, every article or whatever, anything that comes up, it all goes back to Paranormal Witness, which I find so weird. There's nothing else. A lot of people think that this story could be fake. Is it real? Is it fake? I mean, you be the judge. If you want to watch Paranormal Witness, then definitely watch this episode. I watched the entire episode and it freaked me out. I was like, what the heck? Like, did that really happen? I can see how people can think it's fake because it's so out there, but when stuff is so out there, a lot of people are like, oh my god, this is fake, but no. I've witnessed a table levitating, and that changed my experience in the paranormal. So I believe anything can happen. So what the heck is Suzy Doll? So I believe this took place in the 80s. It's always the 80s. Oh my god, well maybe not the 80s. It's usually the 60s. The 60s, 70s, and 80s is when like all this happens, right? So there's this family. There's 3 girls in the family. I wrote their names down, Laura, Lisa, and Heather. It was Heather's 6th birthday, and she got a doll from her aunt. Now what's odd, which I can see how it could be fake, is this doll was homemade. It was made by the aunt to look like Heather. It's giving me Lily D vibes from The Haunting Hour. That is so terrifying. So this woman, or this aunt, the aunt of the little girl, she made this doll, and it's this terrifying doll. I'm gonna put across the screen the doll that they used in the Paranormal Witness episode. Now, I'm not sure if that's actually what Suzy Doll looked like, or if that's even the real doll, which I'm assuming it's not. I feel like they made that doll for the video, or for the TV show. Sorry, I'm so used to YouTube. For the TV show Paranormal Witness. I think they just made the doll because it's terrifying. It's the same height as Heather, and it's supposed to look like Heather. This doll was everything to Heather. She was with it 24/7. She would talk to it, and it was just her best friend. She took it everywhere with her, and you know, she'd watch TV with it, she would eat with it, like just everything, you know, just like any other girl with a doll. So that night when the family went to sleep, the parents woke up at 2 a.m. to the sound of growling. Something growling. But what was weird was the growling was coming from outside. So the parents got up, they look outside, and this is when it's so bizarre, everything that they describe in the show. They witnessed this black cloud mist, like super dark, huge, it looks like a tsunami, coming up the street. And as it passes the different street lights, they go out. Every single street light will just go black. It's like something out of a movie, right? And then there was like lightning and stuff happening within this dark cloud. It really looked like my man Vecna. I met Vecna, by the way, Jamie Campbell recently, so definitely check out that video. It looked like something out of Stranger Things, like he was coming, the upside down was approaching, you know? So they kind of just, acknowledged that and thought that's really weird, and it didn't happen again. But every day something new was happening. Even at nighttime, they would, wake up to the growling sounds or hearing stuff happening downstairs, like being thrown around. So they would go downstairs, and one time they went downstairs and the kitchen was just completely destroyed. All the cupboards were open, all the food and drinks were everywhere, spilt everywhere. It was just a mess. And the parents actually thought it was their kids doing it and pulling a prank on them. I don't know how that's a prank. And they would get, mad at their kids, like, what are you guys doing? Who keeps destroying everything? Who messed up the kitchen the other night? It just makes no sense. One morning, the dad came down the stairs and noticed all the furniture was stacked on top of each other. When you see that, that is like demonic activity happening. So all the furniture was stacked up on top of each other, and he still thought it was his kids doing it. And he was walking into the living room, and he noticed Heather was sitting beside Suzy Doll on the chair, looking at the TV, and it was nothing but static. Oh, and I meant to say, the father, when he walked into that room and saw like the furniture stacked up on top of each other, he was upstairs first and heard static, like nothing but this loud static. And eventually he saw his daughter was sitting in front of the TV with a blank stare, staring at the static on the TV with Suzy Doll beside her, with all the furniture stacked up on top of each other all around her. And he still thought his kids did all of that. How could they lift all the furniture and put it on top of each other? Like, what? It was bizarre, so bizarre. So things were getting very bizarre, very scary, very quickly. One night, two of the other girls, Laura and Lisa, they were sleeping and they shared a room, and they heard the sounds of children laughing and playing. And once again, this came from outside, just like when the parents heard the growling sound the first night that Suzy Doll was in their home. And the sound of the growling sounded like it was coming from outside. Then they see that mist, that Vecna mist coming, approaching them. So weird. So Lisa and Laura, they heard children laughing and playing with each other. They look outside the windows, because that's where it was coming from, and nobody was there. There was not a child in sight, and this is, early in the morning. And it just kept going and going. So they're just laying in bed like, what the heck? What kind of children are out there playing and we can't see them? Then one of the girls heard a whisper in her ear, as if somebody was standing beside her whispering in her ear, and her ear was very cold. After that night, there was a huge bald spot at the back of one of the girls' heads. It was huge and a perfect circle bald spot, and she showed her parents, and her parents were like, why are you pulling your hair out? And she's like, it's not me. What the heck? It's not me. So they go to the doctor, and the doctor says that literally like someone was yanking your hair out of your head. And then we find out later, like, of course, it's Suzy Doll, because in the episode there's hair attached to Suzy's hands, and this hair belonged to one of the daughters. Like, what? So she was getting violent. She was yanking hair out. There was another incident as well when Heather was watching TV. Suzy Doll was on the couch with her, and then she walked into the kitchen and wanted, a drink, wanted a glass of milk or something from her mom. So when she left to go get a glass of milk from her mom, she comes back in literally within 5 seconds. Suzy Doll was not on the couch anymore. She was sitting on the chair. So she had to walk like 6 feet within 5 seconds. What the heck? One of the, actually probably the scariest part of this whole thing that everyone was experiencing was one night the family were all having dinner together, and Heather was just acting kind of weird. She was sitting at the table and she said, bad things are going to happen in this house. But what makes it scary, I mean, that's a scary thing to say, was when she said it, her lips weren't even moving. Her lips were sealed shut. She was like a ventriloquist. You could hear her as clear as a bell saying, bad things are going to happen in this house. It was her voice. but her mouth wasn't moving. And one of her sisters saw that and was like, what the heck? What did you say? And she just Heather gave her this evil stare at her. But her sister said it was the creepiest thing she's ever seen. She's never seen her sister talk like a ventriloquist without moving her mouth. She said it was so loud and so clear when she said bad things are going to happen in this house. That wasn't her sister, that was Suzy Doll. Another incident, one of the sisters was upstairs and she was scared to go into the room where Suzy Doll was because everyone in this house were getting bad vibes. Then she saw Suzy Doll in the bedroom. Then she went to the bathroom and Suzy Doll's in the bathroom sitting on the toilet with her pants down like she's going. That is creepy. Like, and she was staring. Suzy Doll was sitting on the toilet with her pants down like she was going to the bathroom and staring at the little girl. I'm sorry, like what the heck? That's so weird. I've never heard of that before. One night the father was in the bedroom. He felt somebody like slash him. He was thrown up against a wall. He checked his arm and there were these deep claw marks, super deep, and it felt like he was burning, like he was on fire. So he started thinking, okay, like there is something supernatural, something paranormal happening in this house and we need to do something. So, you know who they called in to investigate this doll or this house? Because you know what's really weird? They did not think it was Suzy. Like the parents were so like, oh, it's something supernatural in this house. It's not because of Suzy Doll. Like they literally just thought there's something that just came into their house. Like, wouldn't you have realized since Suzy Doll came in and you know, her moving around the house, sitting on the toilet, moving from the couch to the chair, and you know, wouldn't you put two and two together? But no, they just thought something else was going on. They did not blame the doll. So anyways, they called in Lorraine Warren to come into this house. Now today, Lorraine Warren does not own Suzy Doll. She's not in the Warren's Occult Museum at all. Now, I've actually been to the Warren's Occult Museum. I met Annabelle. I met like everything in that museum. Holy crap, it was amazing. Definitely check out that video if you haven't seen it yet. So Lorraine Warren, she comes over and she feels something instantly in that house, and all of a sudden they start hearing this yelling coming from upstairs, and it's Heather yelling. She's in the bed yelling, "Get out of here, get the fuck out of here." Like she's a 6-year-old cursing, like insane. She's cursing, but it's not her voice. It sounds like this older, almost a male voice, just an older, deeper voice coming out of her and just, you know, telling everybody to F off, and she's cursing, she's swearing, and you know, she's obviously possessed by this doll. So there was an exorcism that then took place. So after that, after the exorcism was a success and Heather was, you know, back to herself, the mother was like, oh my God, it's that doll, you know, we need to get rid of that doll. And she put the doll outside in the dumpster, and the next day she saw it get picked up and she watched Suzy Doll, you know, get driven away, and no paranormal activity has happened since. So clearly it was the doll. But is this a real story or is it a hoax? Why did the family only reach out to Paranormal Witness? There's no other sources. The sources out there all lead you to Paranormal Witness. And you can watch the episode, I highly recommend, because it's really creepy. But then also the fact that this doll is homemade. It was homemade. It was made by the aunt to look like Heather. Did the aunt put some like voodoo something, you know, curse on it? Like it's weird. It's not like they bought it from this antique shop or they found it somewhere, you know, what you hear in other stories. So how did this demonic entity get attached to this doll and so fast? How long did it take for the aunt to make this doll? Were things happening as the doll was sitting in the aunt's house, like waiting to give it to Heather, you know? It's just weird. At the end of the episode, the family were saying that they wonder where Suzy Doll is today. Nobody knows. Now, Heather, she was being interviewed because now she's older, and she said ever since Suzy Doll, she has never, ever gotten another doll because of that experience. Real or fake? What do you guys think? And have you seen the episode of Paranormal Witness? And why is it just so mysterious online, right? Like it's almost banned. It's not, but like I just had to use that word. But you know what I mean? Let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts on Suzy Doll, and let me know what your favorite haunted doll is. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Oh my God, there's just so much exciting stuff coming up. I got Brittyyween coming up as well, starting October 1st. The CW, I'm starring in CW's Halloween special, Mysteries Decoded, presents Spirit Squad. Oh my god, but I'm starring alongside my two friends, Sarah and Stephanie. The three of us together, we are Spirit Squad, and we cannot wait for you guys to watch this Halloween special on the CW, airing October 3rd at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. The CW will be releasing a lot more about this special very soon, and once they do, I will make a whole video really getting into it, because we can't really speak too much about it. We can just kind of say it's coming and, you know, but we can't really get into it until the promos come out. So stay tuned for that video, and make sure you follow me on all my social media, because I do post about Spirit Squad there as well. I can't wait. This is, I can't believe this is finally out in the world, and you guys know what Spirit Squad is. It's so freaking amazing. And thank you so much for voting for me to be the face of horror. I'm still in first place currently. It's amazing. I'm now in the top 15 in my group. So thank you guys so much for watching. Alright, thank you for everything. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have had this opportunity. Like, it's because of you guys why I am where I am today. And it's just, I still can't believe it. It's so surreal. Just the fact that we filmed this over a year ago. It's crazy, because I've been dying to tell you guys ever since. It's been such a hard secret to keep. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, you rock my world, and the song lyrics Michael Jackson, hashtag team Britty44, hashtag friends, hey. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.